Greetings, one and all. It looks like the Stanley Cup is staying in Pittsburgh for another year, as last night the Pittsburgh Penguins won the 2017 Stanley Cup playoffs. The Penguins defeated the Nashville Predators 2-0 in Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals in Nashville, Tennessee, to take home the Stanley Cup for the second straight year and the fifth time in the franchise's history. This is the first time since the introduction of the salary cap that a team has won the Stanley Cup in back-to-back years, which should not be understated, as it's clear how difficult that is to do. The salary cap was, of course, introduced during the 04-05 lockout, effective in the 05-06 season, and if a team hasn't managed to win consecutive championships up until now, 12 years later, it just goes to show how tough the league is, and this fact shouldn't be underplayed. It's an incredible achievement to win back-to-back cups, let alone in a salary cap era, where it's incredibly difficult to make an amazing team when you've got a cap of money that you can spend. It's also interesting to add that the Stanley Cup has now been won by the same three teams in the last 6 years since 2012, with the Chicago Blackhawks, LA Kings, and now Pittsburgh Penguins, each taking a pair of victories in this time span. Now, if we look at the game specifically, Pittsburgh Penguins captain Sidney Crosby received his second straight Conn Smythe Trophy, awarded as the playoff MVP, after having 8 goals and 19 assists for 27 points in 24 games this playoffs. I personally don't agree with this choice, and I think they should have gone with Evgeny Malkin. I mean, also a lot of people are saying that rookie Jake Gensel, who tied the league record for goals by a rookie in the playoffs, he should have got it as well, but I think Evgeny Malkin should have walked home with the trophy, as he was by far Pittsburgh's most consistent player throughout the entire playoffs, with 10 goals and 18 assists for 28 points in 25 games, and he helped the team hold the cup once more so than any of the other Pittsburgh players in my opinion. There's only a 1-point difference between Malkin and Crosby this playoffs, but I think Malkin deserves it that little bit more. Another story from the playoffs and the Penguins win, of course, was Ron Hainsey getting his first chance to lift the Stanley Cup in his first ever playoff run since joining the league during the 2002-2003 season with the Montreal Canadiens. Of course, this season, Hainsey was traded from the Carolina Hurricanes to the Pittsburgh Penguins for forward Danny Cristo and a second-round pick in the draft on the 23rd of February this year. I think the fact that Crosby handed the cup to Ron Hainsey first after himself was a real class move for a player that has waited so long just to get to the playoffs, let alone lift the Stanley Cup above his head. Say what you want about Crosby, but that was a very classy move that he made for Hainsey. It probably cancels out his less classy move of punching PK Subban in the head repeatedly, but that's playoff hockey, I guess. However, on the other side of the fence, the final, the Nashville Predators. God, what an excruciating loss they must have had. The Nashville Predators were 2 wins away from winning their first Stanley Cup in franchise history after their first run to the Western Conference Finals and the Stanley Cup Final for the first time in franchise history. I must admit, I do feel heartily sorry for Nashville fans and the Predators organisation to have come so close for the first time ever, yet be just far away enough that you don't get the prize you so desperately want and have been fighting for all summer. My heart goes out to you, Nashville, as I was rooting for you guys after the Rangers were knocked out. I really do hope you win your first cup soon, so here's hoping, guys. I mean, if you could let the Rangers win one first, that would be much appreciated. Now the playoffs are over, the debate switches to the NHL expansion draft taking place next week. And more relevant to this video, who will Vegas pick from the Pittsburgh locker room to join their new franchise? Also, how will that impact the Penguins next year? Will they be able to make it 3 cups in a row? I hope not, because I want the Rangers to win next year, but it may happen. I mean, anything can happen now. And there you go. What do you think about the Penguins winning the Stanley Cup again? Is it good, bad, or do the refs suck? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear what you guys think. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Please feel free to like, subscribe, share, or watch some of my other videos. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.